Okay. The first, let's check out the code, clone the code. Um, okay. This is the project folder. The first thing we need to do is um, to run this setup .sh the script. So the setup script would download the MPX extensions, and also would check out the quick fix. So in order to get this fix 4.2 spec file, which will be used by terminal, debug terminal. So okay, so okay, all right. So then let's see. So the extensions is here, and the spec file is here. So then the next step actually, I have a Docker file here. So let's say, so this Docker file, we can build an environment to use the debug terminal to test the generated messages layout. So let's write now my Docker. There's no image here, no Docker running. Let's build this message. Okay, we can take a look actually. So we install Python compiler, boost, and also some Python scripts, packages, and then eventually I'm going to use a test plan, pyfix, and also for the terminal, actually that's an IPython terminal. Oh yeah, that's it. Basically, that's everything. We're going to have a Docker image, which we could run the test plan there with a compiled router application. So first thing, let's build the image. It's going to take a relatively long time, a couple of minutes or even 10 minutes.
A few moments later.
Okay, alright. It's done, and next step, we can run the Docker image. So here's this is a Docker run Docker script without any parameter. We're going to run the Docker. So then this is the newly built image, and so also we can use -e. That means exec. We run that Docker exec execute or stop the Docker. So because that's a daemon style Docker, so let's just run execute, right? So run Docker -e, Yeah. So this is already in, here at my root. So also the two more, because later we are going to use two more terminal to check the log file. Okay, so because the whole exchange buffer, that the whole project directory is mounted to the root exchange buffer. So this is the project directory. The first thing we need to do is we go to debug terminal, and we need to compile the code. We need to compile this router application, that's a C++ application. So run cmake. Also would call make file to compile all the related code. Because all the dependencies like compilers, the libraries already installed. While we are building the Docker image, so I have collected all the required source libraries, into this image, so we don't have to install anything. So this is then is done, and we have this router, right? Oh, okay, alright. So there's no file here. Then actually the rest of parts all implemented with Python. So we just run this debug terminal. So as I mentioned here, so this is debug terminal. We're going to start this router process, fixed client simulator. The components of a message viewer also is there, and there's a message queue. So let's see how it works. So run debug terminal. So as you can see here, that's simulator log. So we can just this is the simulator, and for the router log, actually the router is launched by the test plan. Each time when we run the debug terminal, it would clean the previous daily folder, log file, and put the new file there. So every time if you run this debug terminal multiple times, you remember to read the new file, because old one would be deleted. So this test plan, exchange buffer test router, and then let's just put everything to the standout. So yeah, let's see what happened. So in the beginning, the router would send logon request. So this is the decoded message. Message type logon, possible dump, comp ID, etc. So we should see the same thing here in the simulator file. So it's a message length 530 bytes to the exchange, then it received 530 bytes. So this is the hex dump of the whole message, and then decoded the logon. So that's a logon. Then later the simulator would keep sending heartbeat message. The router should reply the heartbeat message with the heartbeat message, so to let the server know the client or the router is still running. So there's a very easy function to provide the user more details. So that's called info. So the info, let's see. So there are many functions defined here. So let's say the first, so it's the same receive. Is this a simulator receive a message from a router? Okay, let's see it in this way. Same receive is a simulator receive message from router, and the same send. Simulator will send a message back to router. So the simulator info, that's you know, we can get more information from the simulator, and also there are some other information like I wrote 2 cases. One is a new egg fail, and then new amount cancel. So let's try these 2 functions. I'll show you later. Show you the source code of what happened inside these 2 functions. So first, new egg fail. Okay, so that means this fixed client send a message to the router, and the router translate the message sent to the simulator. The simulator send an egg back to the router. The binary message translated back to the fixed execution port again, sent back to the fixed client. That's the egg. Then the same thing for fail. We can always also check these messages here. Right. So I believe this is the new execution type of new. That's an egg, and then we received a message that's trade. That's a fail message. Yeah, this is a. And also, next one is a new amend cancel. That's a new amend cancel. So we can send a new egg fail again. You know, we can check all the messages in the router log and the simulator log. The next thing that we can simulator info. That's a simulator info. Simulator info. This is the viewer URL, right? So we can check this. Okay. Okay, this is the viewer. Whatever we just sent here, it's all the orders are here. This is a grid view, and this raw view, it plants raw messages. Right, so for the grid view, so we can define orders of tags, right? So here, you know, we also can put tag 11 here. Refresh. So the certified 115, 11, 38, 44, 55. So that's direction 1 is the fixed client to the router, and the direction 2 router to the simulator. Direction 3 router simulator to the router, and 4 simulator router to the fixed client again. So we also can, you know, oh sorry, you see it's not correct, but it should be file. If I put file here, that means fixed column. So sometimes we want to check some columns, but the message is very long. We want to, you know, always see those columns. So that's a fixed column. For example, here, the first 5 columns will be here, right? And right. Okay, that's the message view.